Welcome to This Is the Day. My name is Drew Crisp.
And I am Bo Chansey.
This is the day.
It's a great day.
It's a good day.
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
April 3rd.
April 3rd. Bo, listen to me. Kaylee's grandmother has a birthday today. I have a grandfather who also has a birthday today. Isn't that interesting?
That is very interesting.
We both have grandparents with birthdays.
Okay, what do you call them? Like what?
Carol and Clifton.
Carol and Clifton. That's what you call them?
That's what I call them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, what does she call Carol?
Grandma.
Grandma.
Yeah, I think it's just basic grandma.
Well, Carol and Clifton, happy birthday.
Yeah, only Carol's alive. But so,
okay.
I didn't.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Carol. I'm sorry. I don't know. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was Clifton's birthday.
It was Clifton.
Yeah.
It was Clifton's birthday.
He vacated this day.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Good. Well, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning to you at home. Please go ahead and share this, if you will. We want to continue to encourage people, give them communication about what's happening here at MCC.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Glad to be here with you guys today.
Yeah. Bo, what'd you do last night?
Well, Drew, last night, these are interesting times, and yeah, I'm a guy, I like my hobbies, I like to be active and do things, and this has been challenging in that regard. And so my son Ace and I, we play tennis pretty regularly, but all the tennis courts are shut down. And so I happened to be in the lobby of our Bedford campus, and I was standing there, and it occurred to me that it looked the right size for a tennis court.
So that you could fit a court inside.
A singles tennis court inside the lobby. So I went ahead and got the dimensions and measured it off, taped it up. And so Ace and I, we played some lobby tennis.
Hold on. It would be great if we could play some tennis here in this lobby. Like you had that conversation.
No, there wasn't I said, we're playing tennis.
Wait, you did this?
Yeah. We have video of it.
You played tennis in the lobby of our Bedford campus.
We plan on playing a lot of tennis in the lobby of our Bedford campus.
You have video of this?
Yeah, here's our first, this is what we did last night. Here's a little video of us playing tennis.
Oh my word. Oh, that's amazing.
There we were. Yeah.
Okay, and who won the match?
Well, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was closer than I anticipated. He's better at lobby tennis than.
Okay. Lobby tennis, it's a different kind of game, you know?
It's very similar. Like the court really, it works well. The balls bounce.
Yeah. You've got your clay, courts, and then
grass,
you've got grass.
Hard court.
Yep. But then you've got your carpet. And that's a whole different kind of game.
Yeah, it was fun though. Yeah, we had a good time. So,
okay.
Yeah, found a way. You find a way.
You find a way.
You find a way. What'd you do last night?
Well, listen, I mentioned to you we've got this project. It's not a diorama. I've been told it's actually a float, which just means the diorama it's inside the box. The float it's on top of the box. I don't know. Very similar both, but it's a state fair float. And son chose Oklahoma. And so we were working on that a little bit, and then we had church, and so.
Is it gonna float on anything?
No, I don't think, I think they're really more going for like the parade.
Okay, is it gonna be in a parade?
There's not gonna be any kind of parade. There's no wheels even, it's just the flat box.
I feel like, we're.
Going a little liberal with the use of the word float?
Well, yeah, I think we're getting a little nitpicky on not being able to call it a diorama.
Okay.
I'm not offended by it. I mean, maybe an inverse diorama? That may be more accurate than float.
All right, second graders, you are going to be doing an inverse diorama.
There you go.
What?
I mean, why are we confusing them with a float? I mean, if I'm your kid, I'm thinking, I can't wait for the parade when I see my Oklahoma float go by.
Here it is.
Look at it. There's Miss Oklahoma sitting on top.
Throwing out bales of wheat. Yay, instead of candy.
Yeah, it's,
okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I think it's going to work out really well. It looks pretty good. The whole family worked on it, actually. They all worked on it.
I mean, I think we're all kind of counting on you bringing this thing in.
Bringing it in? Yeah, we can do that.
Video or something.
I can bring it in.
We're going to have to see this.
Yeah, okay. It's due today. He's going to present it. He's dressing up as Will Rogers. And we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Listen, that's what I did, Bo. I can't promise you anything else. I mean, that's just.
That's great. No, I'm excited.
There's no part of you that's excited.
Hey, it's time for our verse of the day. We use the YouVersion Bible app. I encourage everyone download the app on your phone, and I use it every day. And you get a verse of the day, just a little chunk of scripture to meditate on, chew on, wrestle with throughout the day. And today's verse of the day is found in Isaiah 55:11, and it says, "So is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it." And I did go back and take a look at the context here in Isaiah 55, and it's pretty cool, like really cool, because there's a few other verses around that kind of, I think, help that flesh out a little bit more. So I'm going to go back to verse 8. God says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways your ways, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than yours, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts. As the rain and snow come down from the heaven and do not return to it without watering the earth and making it bud and flourish, so that it yields seed for the sower and bread for the eater, so is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it." And as I was reflecting on that and just chewing on, I was like, all right, this is cool. Sometimes we use this in church circles. You'll hear, God's word will not return void. That's what they get it right from this scripture right here. But when you look at it and you go, okay, well, what does that mean? I think what God's saying is, hey, you don't always know what I'm up to. You just don't. He goes, my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts are higher than yours. And there's this element of going, okay, God, all right, you're in control and you know what you're doing. And we think about the Word too. The Word became flesh. So Jesus is here, and He is moving. He's alive, and He's active. And as we engage with Him in the context of this day, right here, we know that He is up to something good for His kingdom, and it will produce. Like rain. Like we don't understand the storms, but He says rain comes, and that helps produce a crop.
Right.
And so God is in the midst of everything we're encountering, and He's alive and He's active, and He will produce something for His glory and His good.
Bo, at the end there where it talks about the cedar tree at the end of that passage, and like it references the myrtle as well. Like sometimes you see a small tree, and it's going to take a minute for that thing to grow. And so it really is, as this verse references, it's the long play, right?
Yeah.
God who was, is to come. Sometimes we got to be patient and go, man, this is over generations and generations that He's been working, and we are a part of that plan.
Yeah, spanning eternity.
Eternity.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty
amazing.
Cool. Yeah, I love that.
That's good.
Yeah, good stuff. So, I have my daily calendar that the seamstress got me in the bathroom that I find confusing. I had a little snafu.
Little snafu with the calendar?
Yeah, I'm struggling a little bit because when I got home yesterday and I went into the bathroom, my calendar was missing.
Gone.
And in the place of where my calendar usually is, Summer's calendar was there.
Okay.
So I went into the bedroom to confront her.
Little confrontation.
Yeah, and I hey, where's my calendar? And she goes, I threw it out. I'm like, what do you mean you threw it out? I mean, it's my calendar. I'm using it. She goes, well, you were tearing each day off when you left in the morning. And she said, so then I would see your calendar and I wouldn't know what day it was. And it's like apparently bad luck to read the go a day ahead or something. Right. And so I was like, well, I want it back. Where? She goes, I just threw it in your closet.
Okay.
So now I got a closet calendar, apparently. It can't be displayed.
So I didn't actually think about this. Every day when Summer would look at the calendar, it was the day ahead because you had ripped.
Right, that day
makes
up.
sense.
Yeah, so she would get up after me, and I've already left, and I've got it Well, you're taking her side?
Well, I'm not taking her side.
No, it feels like you're taking her
Well,
side.
it makes sense because you're pushing her a day ahead, you know?
Well, I mean,
but
it's better than living in the past.
it is. It is.
So, anyway, yeah, I dug out the calendar.
The closet calendar.
The closet calendar, and I took today's page, and we have a picture of it. It says, I don't know what animal this is. It looks like a rodent of some sort. And he says, finally, it's Friday. Finally, it's Friday. And, you know, I was looking at it, kind of trying to understand what this was about, and I noticed his hair.
Right.
Yeah, and it looked kind of familiar to me, because I've had that look before. Here's a picture of me this morning. Finally, it's Friday.
That's the finally it's Friday face.
Finally, it's Friday. There it is, right there. That's
Inmate 0042.
finally it's Friday.
Man, look at that.
Yeah, and then we have the calendar in the fridge, which can stay on the fridge.
That one can stay.
That one can stay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And thus far, but you know, summer's a wild card. You don't know. And today it's got the national days. Today is National Circus Day.
National Circus Day.
Yeah, National Circus Day.
Okay, so like the big tent comes into town, lions,
Clowns.
Okay,
You know, circuses.
Circuses. Yeah, yeah.
They're a thing.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Did you know my mom and dad have traveled with like, I don't know, 5 circuses?
Are you serious?
I'm completely serious. I come from circus people.
That makes all the sense in the world. No. Is that real?
Yeah, so mom and dad, they were school teachers, and they retired very young in their early 50s, and so their second career, they had a fifth wheel trailer RV, and they worked with circuses, traveling the United States.
That's fun.
Yeah, so they did a number of different things. I have a picture of, this is my mom and dad on elephants.
Whoa.
They're perched on top there. Wait, that's my dad waving. They've done different jobs with the circus. They've worked in taught school to the circus kids. They've worked in the ticket booth. Dad a lot of times works as like a host. You know, he big kind of cowboy guy. He wears a hat and boots, stand at the front and welcome people. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. So.
Okay. Is there, from their experience, any job that you don't want at the circus? Is there ones that are like, you know, we'll do the ticket booth, I'll host, we'll teach, but we're not going to do X?
My parents aren't like that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they're willing to do anything to help out. You know?
Okay. All right. I would think with elephants, there's probably quite a few things I maybe wouldn't want.
You may not want to trail behind the elephants. Yeah, that's the danger zone. You need a poncho.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And do circuses, do circuses travel with like vets and stuff?
Yeah, I mean they take.
yeah.
I mean I don't want to get into like a whole.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to.
No, I'm not. I don't know.
What are you teeing up here?
No, I'm not.
In my experience,
yes.
From what my parents have said, they very much, you know, wherever you stand on the animal thing, but the circus people very much cared deeply for the animals and treated them wonderfully, and that was their experience. So.
Okay. National Circus Day.
National Circus Day. I'm not sure how we should celebrate. Like, how does the common person celebrate National Circus Day?
I mean, for me, I always want to celebrate with song, you know, so it's...
Like circus music?
Yeah, like, whoa, dish,
oh,
dish, dish, you know.
Greatest Showman.
Greatest Showman. Or circus music.
Yeah, something like that.
Something maybe more classic.
Yeah.
Could we get a little circus music?
Maybe circus backdrop?
Can we get a little,
Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to juggle. Okay, here we go.
All right, National Circus. I hope you enjoy this day, and I hope you celebrate as well. Maybe try to balance a ball on your nose or something, you know, or...
Drew, did you just swallow a sword?
Absolutely. It's something it's a talent I have. When I was a child, I was eating spaghetti, and I would often try to see how far I could get it down, and it's just something I'm able to do.
It's very impressive.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had it in you.
Sometimes I surprise people.
You do.
Yes.
You do indeed. Well, we hope you enjoy National Circus Day. Find a way to have some frivolity and fun.
Good luck getting that song out of your head.
Yeah, it's kind of in there. Hey, today's also Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, so we have Motivation Monday.
That's right.
And
Tuesday tips.
Tuesday tips, Wonder Wednesday, Throwback Thursday. We have a Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday. There's just things out there that freak me out. And we had a freaky moment here.
We did.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
We did.
This bug appeared yesterday, I believe. Yeah.
We had those Uncrustables.
The Uncrustables. Yeah, you kept calling it the wrong thing.
I did. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
The Uncrustables, I believe he was maybe going for those, or?
It looked like it. We have a picture. This appeared yesterday during the show. And from this angle, he looks little. He's not little, I assure you. I've got a closer picture of him. Take a look at that right there. That was right in front of me.
Right, look at the calves on him.
I don't know how I maintained composure.
I don't either. You were very composed. You grabbed the phone quickly. You captured him.
I did. We needed to get that moment because I was freaked out.
Yeah, I was freaked out as well.
It was freaky. So, what freaks you? Do bugs freak you out?
Bugs from a distance are fine. I get up close, I get a little more freaked out. When I start seeing some intricacies of the bug, it starts to like.
Yeah, the more you see that,
and it's just eyes, because I know they're seeing me. They got a lot of eyes.
Boy, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of eyes.
A lot of eyes on that bug.
Anything more than 2 or less than 2 is kind of.
It's like, two's the standard.
Two's where I'm comfortable with eyes.
You're right. Go down to 1.
1, I'm like, whoa. Hey, wait.
But yeah, and then 14. But Bo, I wanted to talk to you about that moment because there was question of what kind of bug that was. I don't know if you remember this yesterday.
Yeah,
and
a lot of debate.
It was determined that it was a stink bug.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard. And then Joy Beachy, who runs video for us for this show, said that when you smash a stink bug, she said it smells like grass. Was that what she said yesterday?
She did say that.
And that doesn't really, I don't think grass smells.
It depends on the grass.
Right.
If the elephants have come by.
Okay. That's going to be some stinky grass.
Andrew, I'm not an insectologist, but...
Well, you dress like one.
But I'm not sure.
Yeah, that we should be talking about this.
Just so you know, we did not smash...
We did not smash that bug.
That bug to find out.
Nope.
We did not do an experiment on that bug. No bugs were harmed in the making of this segment.
I'm just glad you didn't show that creepy clown.
No, that was last week.
That was last week, and I'm just glad I'm not seeing that again.
Yeah, that I'm still struggling from that. I thought we'd go a little softer.
Yeah.
We got some complaints. I thought we were gonna have to issue a public apology. They're like, our kids were watching, and
we're preparing a monthly public apology. To just
we'll do a press
cover
conference.
Our bases.
Yeah. Read a prepared statement.
Yes. Just this. And all the paper says is just point to your overall. I'm just apologizing.
I would like to first and foremost apologize to my family.
First and foremost. Always starts with first.
First and foremost, I have embarrassed those closest to me. The sumpstress has instructed me.
Everyone uses calendars. It's not that weird. Leave me alone.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
No, you went and made it personal.
Oh, Bo, okay, so Freaky Friday. One thing I really love about Friday, too, is we show a 4-1 podcast.
Yeah, we do.
And so you do this podcast where it's 4 minutes.
4 minutes, one topic.
One topic, okay? And I always really appreciate it because it's succinct, it's good information, and it packs a punch.
All right,
let's check this out.
Did you swallow a sword?
An important thing to remember is that we are always the church. We are God's physical presence here on this earth. And God has not abandoned us. He is here and He is alive and He is active. And so just as a reminder, I hope you are praying for one. I mean, I hope daily you're crying out to God, God, please give me one person to share your love with. Now, in a time of social distancing, the way that we share God's love might look a little different, and that's okay. I want to encourage you with 4 specific things to do during this time of social distancing as you pray for one to share God's love with the people that he puts on your heart, the people that he reminds you of. The first one is this: if you think about someone, reach out to that someone. If somebody pops into your head, maybe somebody you haven't talked to or heard from in months or weeks, maybe even years, go ahead and reach out to that person. Send them a text, pick up the phone and call them. Contact them on Facebook or through social media, but make the effort right then and there, like stop what you're doing right then and there to reach out to them. Do it immediately. Don't put it off. Don't think, I'll get to that tomorrow. God's bringing them to your mind for a reason, and they're going to appreciate the contact and you reaching out to them, and you will too. Number 2, pray for the people that you live with. If you are fortunate enough to be at home with family or roommates, make sure that you're praying for those people every single day. If not, the tension that could rise in your home can be pretty significant. But it doesn't have to. It can actually be a real time of sweet fellowship, great memory making. And so pray for those people by name, that God would enable you to share his love with them in very powerful ways. Number 3, make a list of people you know who live alone. Make a list of people you know who live alone. And pray for those people every single day. And I'm going to challenge you, reach out to those people every single day. Go ahead and send a text or make a phone call every day to those people. Let them know that you're thinking about them, that you're praying for them, and that you care about them. And then number 4, during this time of kind of being cooped up and wanting to get out, one of the things I think a lot of people are doing is going for a walk. You know, we've been in a message series as a church called Take a Hike, where we've been looking at what it looks like to walk with Jesus. And now a lot of us are really doing that literally. We've taken it very literally, and kind of the highlight of our days is getting out of our houses for maybe a walk around the neighborhood. Well, make your walk a prayer walk. As you walk around the neighborhood and you see homes, pray for the people who live in those homes. If you don't know those people's names yet, it's okay. Pray for the ones who may be inside those doors. Pray for the people that you may see from a distance. Lift them up and pray for them, and make your walk a prayer walk. You know, as you are in that neighborhood and in that space, as you pray for people, God will be doing a great work on your heart, reminding you that he is present, that he is with you, but also preparing you for what comes next. This isn't going to last forever. And as we come out of this, I do believe that the world will be changed forever, but I think God is doing some amazing things, and he is using his church to change the world in powerful ways for his glory, to point more of our ones to him. And so we want to reach the most people in the shortest time. So let's make the most of this time. As you pray for one, take advantage of those 4 ways to share God's love with your ones. And let's get after it, church.
Thank you so much for sharing with us that, Bo. That is such a great reminder. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure.
All right. We have a photo of the day.
Yes, we
is
do.
Our next segment. Yesterday we gave you the prompt of peace.
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 All right. And so we've got a few photos to show you today.
Oh, I can't wait. What do we got?
All right. This first one comes to us from Gloria Beachy. Shared us, and do we know?
What's the doggy's name?
Well, I believe that's not Gloria. No, and I don't know what is the dog's name. Do we know the dog's?
Nightly.
All
Look at
right.
Nightly, man.
Living Nightly, very good. That does look like a peaceful sleep right there.
It does. I like that.
Yep.
In front of the fire.
Yep.
He's a good boy.
Good boy.
He's a good boy.
All right, next photo comes to us from Russell May. Absolutely gives us a picture of the word there.
The Holy Bible.
The Holy Bible.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Brings us peace.
It does.
And the next photo comes to us from Kathy Ann Ralston.
Is that a painting or a photo?
I don't know.
I think it's a photo.
It's
wow,
a photo.
It's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
What a pretty picture.
All right. Very good. Well, thank you so very much.
Those are fantastic.
For sharing what peace means to you. And, Bo, what is our next prompt?
Our next prompt, the prompt for today, is Home Sweet Home.
Home Sweet
Home. Sweet Home.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what people come up with. We're
like
going to see
that.
some cool stuff.
What do you think of when you hear Home Sweet Home?
Well, I thought of the song Sweet Home Alabama.
That's actually where my mind
Did
went. I don't know why. It's
Maybe DK will do us a little riff on that.
okay. There you go. Yeah. Hey, do you think early in that song, it's like turn it up? Do you think that was actually like a actual instruction? Like he was,
they were getting ready to
the song
record?
and he was just like turn it up. Or do you think it was like planned?
And it's just become iconic. Yeah.
It's become iconic.
Hey, that's a good take. Let's leave that in.
What could it have been where it's like, I'm a little thirsty?
And was he talking about like the AC?
Yeah, absolutely. Was he just like, can we turn it up?
Turn it up. Okay, Home Sweet Home.
Home Sweet Home, yeah. My mind went directly to that song for some reason.
Or cross stitching.
That's what it was like.
Like the little,
yep.
oval,
Yes.
Home Sweet Home.
Yes.
We have one of those
With
in
a
our,
rabbit.
Yeah, we have one of those in our kitchen.
Okay.
It doesn't say Home Sweet Home. It says Son of a Biscuit.
No.
It does.
In cross stitch?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's the songstress.
Okay. Son of a biscuit.
Son of a Biscuit.
And I guess that would be just like a little biscuit.
Wait, I
mean,
guess. Well,
yeah.
no.
Like just a little tiny biscuit. Son of a biscuit.
Son of a Biscuit?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
Wow.
Home Sweet Home, let's see what it means to you. Share those photos. Bo, how do we share those photos? It's hashtag MCC This Is The Day, and then hashtag Home Sweet Home.
Okay.
Correct?
Like on Facebook?
On Facebook.
Well, what if you're on YouTube? Can we email them in somewhere?
Can we email them in somewhere?
Yes, you can.
You can.
Send them to dcrisp
Oh, no.
at manchesterchristian.com. That's
no.
D, as in Drew,
Yeah, sure.
crisp,
Absolutely.
CRISP, at manchesterchristian.com.
I would love to get your photos.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
Send them in.
Please.
Perfect. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Good. Well, Bo, in other news.
In other news.
We've got, I've got a union leader here.
Yeah, you do.
This is New Hampshire's premier paper.
That's right.
Okay. I guess not premier paper. It's one of the options of paper to choose from.
It felt like you were picking sides, like if there was a paper war. Like you just stepped in. I mean,
the only one that I'm aware of that has any legitimacy, the
Whoa,
union leader.
no,
No,
hey,
I'm
easy.
kidding. It's a joke. It's a
no,
joke.
it's not.
It's a joke.
Okay.
Goodness. Okay.
I'd like to start our apology off.
First and foremost, there are many papers to choose from. All right, the union leader and the front page, Bo.
You got one on the front page?
Yes. I
Front page news.
had experience. It says, you'll have to wait your turn. And it's Market Basket begins limiting numbers of shoppers of supermarkets as they kind of begin to expand the precautions, for...
I went yesterday.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I had an experience as well getting yesterday's union leader. I pulled up, and you probably saw this, like the shopping carts were on their side, and they had run caution tape.
Right.
And so they were funneling everybody to one side entrance there.
And there were lines 6 feet apart, tape lines
yep,
on the.
Yep. And you had to stand there, and you had to wait. And if there were already a capacity inside the store, you had to wait until someone left, and then they would.
Which I
let you
did.
in.
I didn't know this was a thing,
Right.
so I'm glad the union leader's letting us know.
Yeah.
And by the way, I also love that Market Basket is really paying attention to this, and their employees, oh my goodness. I had a
Great job.
great experience. Like my experience was really good. I wasn't prepared. Like I told you, I don't wear jackets I had no coat or anything like that. And it was cold and rainy, but I waited in line for a few minutes. It moved pretty fast. So it was about 10 deep when I got there, but it moved pretty quickly. And everybody was fine, happy, respectful. Everybody was generally pretty happy at the store.
I showed up yesterday. I had a very similar experience. They're doing a great job with it. I thought with the caution tape that there had been another spill from you remember the 92 chocolate milk spill?
Yeah, that was rough.
It was rough. Yeah.
Things were sticky and it started to spoil.
Yeah, and then again, we couldn't find chocolate milk for years after that.
So
I thought it was another one of those.
Real shortage. They had to breed more chocolate cows.
They had to breed more chocolate cows, and those are rare.
They are the rarest of
yes.
the cattle.
And so I'm glad that they are taking those precautions. And
do you use this when you
as
shop?
Oh,
Is this
yes,
a shopping
yes,
tool?
absolutely. Now, I've been, just
Some people wear gloves
yeah. Some people wear gloves. I just come in with the hand here.
with the grabber.
Yeah, that makes it a lot easier. I with the cart, I just push it that way,
Yeah.
and then when I get to like a canned food item, I just grab it, put it in my cart, and yep, works out pretty
that's
good.
pretty
and,
smart.
Yep, I won't try that, but but yeah, no, I mean.
What a great tool.
Yeah.
I've bought stock in that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
and the grabber.
The grabber core.
Yeah.
You can look that up on the stock exchange.
Grabber core.
Grabber core.
Man, it's shooting up right now.
Yeah, it's one of the few stocks that's really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Yep. Yeah, can I get thin sliced Swiss and go ahead and give me, I don't know. Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Oh, no.
You just get What'd you do?
What'd you do?
Oh my goodness. You're diseased.
You gotta know how to use the grabber.
Okay.
Okay. The Family Circus, Bo. Again, I was reading it. Oh, it was in this one. Oh, you know what? Actually,
There was another article
was
which I
another-
found
yeah.
in sports.
in sports,
There's
okay.
not a lot happening
Here-
in sports.
here
You
goes.
guys, like some people, when I showed that tennis clip,
Right.
just were like, "Oh, show it again."
Show it again.
Show it again.
Do-do-do, yeah.
Athletic competition.
Brady of
Tom
Tom
Brady,
Brady
right.
moves into Jeter's massive Florida mansion.
Whoa.
What do you think about secondhand mansions?
Okay. Well, I'm not going to rant on this.
I'm not gonna rant on this.
I'm not, I'm not opposed to a secondhand mansion. I just know that there were a lot of New Englanders who woke up this morning to this news. And, it's one, okay, TB, 20 years of his life to the Pats and, 6 rings. And, I mean, you just, brought so much,
Yep.
pride and, to the region and sports. And, we love us some TB. And he left to Tampa. And I think most people can kind of go, okay. I mean, most, there's some really crusty New Englanders who are like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yep.
But I think most of us can go, okay, yeah, now I'm going to root for the Bucks.
Yeah. Okay. They just,
Well, I mean, and the Pats.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm a TB fan. But now he's rented a mansion. Fair enough.
Right.
I don't hold that against him.
Yep.
And but Derek Jeter's mansion, he's a Yankee.
Right. I hear the walls are painted pinstripe.
I just know that there are some who are like, that's it. That's the straw that broke the camel's back.
Okay. That's
You're
it.
living in Jeter's house. Come on, TB. A little,
Yep.
sensitivity.
Yep.
I wonder if there's a part of them that's like, yeah, let's do this.
Okay.
Let's do this. Let's just,
We're jumping ship.
a clean slate.
Yep.
We're going to make this break.
All right. Is that you? Please comment if this is really the straw that broke the camel's back.
Is that
for
what
you.
did it for you? He's
Yeah.
living in Jeter's house.
Living
boy.
in Jeter's house. Well, okay, I looked at the Family Circus today. I've really been trying to focus my attention in, because I feel like it's pretty obvious, but I'm missing it. And you've been helping me kind of see the angle of the writer. This one, I have no idea.
You're not catching the vibe.
I'm not
Okay.
catching the vibe.
What do we got?
We've
I haven't
got
seen it.
mom asleep. Maybe like half awake. It looks like her eyes are somewhat awake. Son is in his PJs. I think his name is PJ. He's looking up to mom, and it's a quote from him. "Did you know I'm not asleep yet? Did you know I'm not asleep yet?" Okay. Okay, so he's clearly not asleep.
Obviously.
He's come to mom who is asleep, letting her know that he's still awake.
Well, there's a point of clarification
Okay.
here, like in case he was standing there and she did the, you feel like when you're sleeping, you feel like
Yeah.
somebody's staring at you and you kind of do the one eye thing to see
Right.
what's happening, particularly if it's a kid,
Yeah.
like, is this really happening right now?
Right.
And maybe she had done the one eye thing and quickly closed it back.
Okay.
And so he's trying to provide some clarity for mom in case she thought he was like sleepwalking.
Okay. That it's not an apparition. You're actually seeing a corporeal human child in front of you.
Flesh and blood.
Flesh and blood. I'm
Wide
here.
awake, not asleep yet.
I'm not asleep, and you need to know that, mom. For what reason? Why would
Mom,
why
don't-
would the child think the mom needs to know?
He's updating her
Okay.
on his sleep status.
Again, not something we need to put in ink,
Well, but it is.
Okay. Well, listen, I don't mean to be such a
What, a cartoon critic?
Cartoon critic.
Well,
I'm not.
you've become one.
I am not a cartoon criticologist. But listen, I just think that maybe. Okay, that's our family circus for today. I hope you enjoyed it.
Now you've got me questioning. I used to find it like kind of endearing and cute, and I'm starting to.
Is anyone at home going, who is this guy that attacks family circus? You know, like why would he do that?
I don't know.
I hope you get the joke. Do they get the joke?
What? There's a joke?
No joke. No joke. All right. Well,
speaking of jokes, did you see
jokes,
this picture of Bedford campus pastor
Jason Rose?
Jason Rose?
I did see it. Do you have it?
Yeah.
You have it?
Yeah, I got this.
Oh my goodness. Is that real?
I
Tell
think-
me that's Photoshop. He knows how to use Photoshop really well.
I think he's going out for like the police academy.
Yes. Well, he is a chaplain, correct?
Well, we're both going to be chaplains,
Okay.
but then our training got canceled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going all in on it, though.
It looks good.
Does it?
I think so. I think it works for him.
You know, when I see that picture of him, I just hear him saying, "Turn it up."
Turn it up. No, seriously, turn it up. It's blazing in here. I need some more air. The whole song is just him complaining about.
Man, really, turn up the AC. Come on.
We sold a lot of records. We ain't got money for air.
We're in Alabama, man. It's like 104 and the humidity.
Turn it up.
Humidity.
Big wheels keep on. I can't sing. I'm hot. I'm sweating off my lips.
I dropped my guitar pick.
My hands are so sweaty. I can't even hold a chord. I'm so hot. Turn it up. That's so stupid.
Speaking of the weather.
Speaking of how hot it can get.
Yeah, it's not, hey, God, turn it up. It's cold.
It's cold.
It's cold.
Listen.
Turn up the heat.
Bo, we were promised it's not going to flood again, correct?
That's what it's
We're getting a lot of rain.
We were like in a rain cloud.
Yeah.
And cold. It's 45 and it's raining hard.
Yep.
Did you know we also have a wind today?
Okay.
Yeah. Gusty wind, up to 25 miles per hour.
Gusty wind. Okay, 25 miles an hour is a pretty good gust of wind.
That's a good gust.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll blow you down.
Man, I love the weather. And I love talking about it.
Okay, because we do it every day.
Listen, also, at what mile per hour does it become a gale? Like
Gale force wind?
Gale force wind.
Well, I'm not a windologist. I'm pretty sure that a gale force is anything above 70 miles an hour.
Is that okay? You committed to that.
Just trust me on it.
Okay, I do trust you. All right. Good. Well, Bo, we've got our next segment. This is our daily rant.
Ooh, okay.
All right, daily rant. It's where I give you a topic, and you give a passionate response.
Passionate response.
To said topic.
Said topic.
Okay. I've got one here. Break down lanes.
Breakdown lane.
Breakdown lane.
Like on the road?
On the road, on the side of the road, breakdown lane.
Breakdown lane.
You know, the lane that's not where you drive in, you just pull off. The shoulder. They call it the shoulder.
Yeah. Okay, Drew.
Okay.
Drew, okay. I've got some problems with the breakdown lane. Here's my issues with the breakdown lane. You've got this lane over there. Some people use it to drive in. Some people will go over there to like maybe go around something, and they're continuing to move in that. I feel like if you call it a breakdown lane, then it's only accessible if you are actually broken down. It could be called a shoulder because it's like that part of the road, but when you call it a breakdown lane, then I guess it's designated only for breakdown purposes. Now you've got a whole lane of the road in high traffic that is set aside just for the person whose car has broken down. Now what if they break down in another lane? Does that lane suddenly become the breakdown lane? I mean, how are we just throwing these names around, naming things whatever we want, all willy-nilly? Okay, now we've got 2 breakdown lanes. Now there's only 1 lane where you can actually drive in it. Now we've got breakdown lane here, breakdown lane here. What if the lane in the middle breaks down too? Now you've got a whole broken road system and nothing can work. Everything is at a shutdown because of this misnomer of the breakdown lane.
Yes.
I don't know.
No, listen, people do drive in that lane.
They do.
I was not aware of this until I moved up here and saw that. It wasn't happening in North Carolina or in Oklahoma.
Or in Texas.
Or in
Yeah, you
Texas.
don't drive in that lane.
And so it was heavy traffic, but there were people taking it. I was like, is that an option?
Well, there's a solid line there, too.
Yeah.
You know, the lines have meanings.
The lines do have meanings.
They do. There's meanings to the lines.
Okay. And because when you get your license, you kind of half pay attention to that stuff to get your license.
I paid full attention.
You paid full attention.
Well, yeah.
I think we probably need to have some refreshers.
Refresher courses?
Because when it's broken, that means you can pass, correct?
No.
No.
If it's broken, you have
The broken, you mean
you just stay.
you stay where you are.
Put your hazard lights on.
Okay. But a full solid line means
You're not going over there.
you're not going over.
Yeah, unless you're broken down.
Unless you need it.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's good. I've seen, it's interesting when you do break down and you need to utilize that lane, you're thankful it's there.
I was also, this is a similar topic, but I was taught that when you're going for a walk, a hike,
Yeah.
and you're walking on the roadside, you walk against traffic
Yes.
so they can see you coming. But if you're riding a bike, you go with traffic.
traffic.
Is this correct?
I believe so. That's what
Okay,
I
because I think we have a lot of like newbie walkers.
Okay.
You know, and we're out doing our
Toddlers?
hike. No, I'm talking about like grown
Oh,
adults.
okay.
Yeah, who they're so like when if I'm driving down the road and their back's to me, you know, and they're kind of out in the middle of the road, they can't. I mean, you know, it's like I think you take a little responsibility as the walker.
Yeah.
But then also now that we're walking and you know we're trying to like, so if everybody walks on the appropriate side of the road, you can cross, but you have this appropriate distance between you, and you can wave, you can smile. But I'm finding a lot of people walking on the wrong side of the road, what I would think is the wrong side, in my understanding.
Right.
I'm not saying I'm absolutely right, but in my understanding, they're walking on the wrong side of the road. And so we're coming at each other. And they're like looking at me like, oh, look at this guy walking on the wrong side of the road. Now we got to do this like whole little dance thing, like where are we going to go and, you know, who's going to go off into the thistle bush?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would think that I might be part of the problem.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Right, well, because the thing is, I go outside, I'm not really thinking a whole lot about where I'm walking and if I'm walking in the correct space.
Are you not?
I'm not really.
You might want to give a little thought to that.
I'm probably just like, is this where cars are? I probably shouldn't walk there.
Well, that's smart.
And then it's like, I'll just walk on the side. But
But if there are cars, you want to walk against the flow.
that's
of
right.
traffic.
That's right.
My recommendation.
You know, we probably need to get some wisdom here on this. And I know a person who has a ton of wisdom.
Oh, me, yeah.
Sue Kelso.
Sue Kelso,
All
yeah,
right.
she does.
I don't think she's going to be talking to us about walking on the road, but she's going to be talking about one of the 7 rhythms of Rooted.
Good deal. I
All
can't
right.
wait to hear what she says.
So let's check this out.
Today's Rooted Rhythm Challenge is freedom from the strongholds, sin, and struggles that can entangle us. Be assured that God's promises still hold. When we have our lives turned upside down, God's Spirit fights for us. When we feel attacked on all fronts, He replaces our efforts with His supernatural strength. And when we are down and the stronghold has us in its grasps and we feel like we can no longer fight, God will fight for you and me. Man, have I seen this lived out during this time of physical distancing. For as long as I can remember, food has been a stronghold in my life. Like all addictions, it lies. It tells me that it'll comfort me, and then it shames me when I give in. We can stand firm and resist the enemy by faith in God's strength. Friends, please take this challenge today. List out your strongholds. After you write them down, turn each one of them over to the true God who can set you free. So thankful you're part of this Rooted Rhythm Challenge as we pursue a life of rhythm together. Back to you, Bo and Drew.
Thank you so much, Sue. You know, I really do like identifying those strongholds and just, you know, putting a name on them really does. I mean, it breaks some of the power that they hold over us. And when we say like, hey, I see you, I see what's holding me back. And now you can start to really deal with those and deal with them with God and with other people. So yeah, please, I hope everyone will take advantage of that challenge to do that. Hey, it's time for Every Day with Jesus, our daily devotion in 140 characters or less. And so today's thought of the day says, surrender is counterintuitive. We're taught to hold on at all costs and never surrender, but letting go is essential to please God. In 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 1, it says, finally, brothers, we instructed you on how to live in order to please God, as in fact you are now living. Now we ask you and urge you in the Lord Jesus to do this more and more. And this thought about surrender being counterintuitive. We don't want to give up, but when it comes to a relationship with God, there's so much surrender. There's daily surrender, where we're letting go of our will to accept His will and surrender to that. And I think that fits right in there with the strongholds too. To surrender and say, well, wait a minute, this does have a stronghold on me. So God, I'm going to surrender this to you and rely and trust on your power.
Do you think that surrender can be seen as weakness? Like, is that why it's counterintuitive to us, because we don't want to seem weak or feel weak in any way?
Yeah, we don't want to. We're taught, don't give up. We're taught, fight at all costs. And never surrender.
Yeah.
One of those things. But then surrender to God is this absolutely essential.
Yeah.
Daily component of following Him. Right. And so that kind of human nature combined in this collision with the Holy Spirit inside of us, it's like, okay, where do these come together? And so you're surrendering that self.
Right. And it actually takes immense strength to do that.
For sure.
And I think that's really a great word.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah, my pleasure.
That's awesome. Well, Trivial Pursuit time.
Yes.
Okay.
I enjoy it.
Dark Lord Sith Mark Hayward, the union leader, has signed a copy. And so if you get all 6 questions correct, we will send this to you.
We'll ship that right off to you.
And this might be the last time we do this, because I'm running out of names for Mark Hayward. So there it is.
So the way this works is Drew's going to draw a card at random from the original 1981 version of the Trivial Pursuit game. I don't think that's going to work.
Okay.
He's going to tell us the color of the category. I'll let you know what category that is. And then we'll invite you to play along. Type your answer in. Make a guess. And if you don't know, just make something up.
Make it up.
Yeah, but if you get all 6 right, I've gotten close a couple of times. I've
really
struggled
have.
the last few days. All right.
No, this is it. This is the day. Blue,
geography.
All right. What's the former name of Cape Canaveral? The former name of Cape Canaveral.
The former name of Cape Canaveral.
Cape Canaveral.
Wow, I don't even know how to make it, like Cape Canaveral. Cape. I'm assuming it's still Cape. I don't think it'd be like Serape Canaveral.
Serape.
I'm going to go with Cape Hampton. I don't know.
Cape Hampton is incorrect.
Yeah, I know.
It was Cape Kennedy.
Cape Kennedy.
Cape Kennedy.
Okay. I don't know why we changed it.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's fine. Pink
is entertainment.
Okay. Whose legs were featured on TV's Richard Diamond? Whose legs were featured on TV's Richard
Oh my
Diamond?
goodness. It's like, never even heard of this show, so I'm assuming this would be a woman. I'm making a guess. Lana Turner.
Lana Turner is incorrect.
Oof,
it was Mary Tyler Moore's.
Okay.
Mary Tyler Moore's.
All right.
I don't know what Richard
0 for
Diamond
2.
was. Was that a show?
I assume so. I don't know. Never saw it.
Yellow.
Yellow is history.
Okay. Whose funeral train traveled from Washington, D.C. to Springfield, Illinois? Funeral train traveled from Washington, D.C. to Springfield, Illinois.
Okay. I'm going to go, I think a lot of people are going to get this. I think I'm right. Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln is correct.
Honest Abe. Yeah.
Yep, Honest Abe. Have you been to Springfield, Illinois?
No, I don't think I have.
They love him.
I bet.
They love him there.
Yeah.
Still love him. All right, Brown.
Brown, arts and literature.
Okay. Who's Sherlock Holmes' landlady?
Who is Sherlock Holmes?
Sherlock
Oh,
Holmes'
come on.
landlady?
Okay, so we got Watson and Mycroft and Moriarty. The landlady. Oh man, does it start with Miss?
Mrs.
Mrs. Jenkins.
Mrs. Jenkins is incorrect. It was Mrs. Hudson.
Hudson. No
Mrs.
clue.
Hudson.
Boy, this is not
That
a
is-
good day in Trivial Pursuit. We have to never do this again.
Green.
Okay, green is science and nature.
Science and nature. Okay. What does the male praying mantis lose to the female after mating? What does the male praying mantis lose to the female after mating?
He loses his life.
I'm gonna count it. It says head, his
yeah.
head, but he loses his life. Absolutely.
Off with his head.
Off with his head. Orange.
Orange is sports and leisure.
Okay. What Asian city boasts the world's biggest bowling alley?
Wow, okay.
What Asian city boasts the world's biggest bowling alley?
Asian city. All right, interesting thing about these cards, a lot of times when it says Asian city, it's some place in Asia, it wants you to do India, because you don't, for some reason, like it's one of those things. But I don't think this is.
Okay.
My answer for this one, just because it seems like something the Nipponese would be into. I'm going to say Tokyo.
Tokyo is correct. Tokyo is correct.
Okay.
That is 3.
50%.
50%. Pretty good. How'd you do at home?
Man, that'd be a tough one.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know.
That would be a tough one to get if you got Mrs. Hudson.
Yeah, well, if you like Sherlock,
if you like
if you're
Sherlock
into
Holmes.
it, yeah, and I do. It's just that's
With the
Mary Tyler Moore.
Nope, the Cumberbatch version.
Oh yeah.
Was Mrs. Hudson a character in those? In that one?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think there's a land. I think in all of them. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. Hey, you got something to show me?
I do have something to show you, Bo. I do. Today is show and tell. This is where I bring an item from home and I show Bo.
And then you tell us.
And then I tell you about it. So
Clever.
today is a book that I got this past Christmas.
Okay, you got a book for Christmas.
I got a book for Christmas. It's called Have a Little Pun. I live a kind of life, Bo, where people give me items a lot of times generally around a topic of a pun.
Okay.
You've probably seen it. I do enjoy a good pun.
You do.
You know.
Yeah.
And so I thought maybe I could share one of these with you.
What's on the cover? Is that a
so
whale?
Yeah, it's a whale, and he's saying, "Oh whale."
Oh, well, like well.
Well.
W-E-L.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
whale.
But you get in here, and a lot of them have to do with animals. So
Okay.
it's something like yak, 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 and it's yaks.
3 of them.
3 of them. What's a group of yaks called? I don't know. Maybe somebody knows. And this one's a you.
You crazy.
You crazy.
You crazy.
Let's see if I can find one that I really enjoy, because I feel like this could be a gift for people. Oh, here it is.
I like this.
No, that's not it. No, it's okay. No. Oh, here it is, right here. Okay. If you're here and you're on a walk with people and you see a stump, just look at it and go, I'm stumped.
I'm stumped.
I'm stumped.
No, you set it up a little bit.
You set it up, all right.
You stop and they go, what's wrong? And you go,
Yeah.
I don't know which way to go.
No, let's go.
And like, well, I mean, just follow the trail. You're like, no, I really don't. Like, I don't know which way to go. And then, because I'm stumped.
I'm stumped. Huh? Come on.
See what I did there?
It's like when you see a bale of hay and you're like, hey! Yeah. So there's that. That's what I chose to bring today is my little pun book.
Yeah, I'm really glad you did.
You know, it's a great little coffee table book as people are waiting for the tea to boil. They can just kind of
Sure.
flip through
that.
You know, and as they're eating.
How long did it take you to read that?
I'm not done yet. I'm not through it. I'm a slow read.
You want to really soak that in.
Oh, good. Well, it's Palm Sunday this Sunday.
It is, yeah. And we got a great word from our campus pastor in Concord, John Rose,
Yep.
and a little thing he did for us for Palm Sunday. So let's watch this together.
Hi, Bo and Drew. John Rose here. We are in the middle of a holiday season. Easter is coming up. This week we celebrate what's called Palm Sunday. There's some amazing connections from the Old Testament that talks about this moment that we will celebrate. It's this moment when this king that Israel has been waiting for comes into town in this great moment without saying a word, proclaiming him as the king that history has been waiting for. There's this passage in Zechariah chapter 9 that says this: "Rejoice greatly, daughter of Zion. Shout, daughter of Jerusalem. See, your king comes to you, righteous and victorious, lowly and riding on a donkey, on a colt, the foal of a donkey. And I will take away the chariots from Ephraim and the war horses from Jerusalem, and the battle bow will be broken. And he will proclaim peace to the nations. His rule will extend from sea to sea, from the river to the ends of the earth." There's this moment when the hero comes as this mighty king. But here's what's interesting is he comes in peace. He comes to break the weapons formed against us. And they often thought about it in like political terms, that he's going to stomp out other enemies. but in reality, he was going to break the chains of death and sin itself and bring his people out of captivity into peace with God. I asked my kids, two of my little kids, to come and share that story that we're going to wrestle through this week out of Mark. And so here they are, Max and Pip.
Today is a special day. Jesus is going to Jerusalem. He sent his disciples in front of them to get the donkey. They cut off the palm tree branches and made them up. They took off their coats and laid them down. Everyone said, "Hooray! The king is here! The king is going to Jerusalem."
Oh, that was so sweet.
That was good.
Oh, thank you, Rose family, for sharing that with us. And we are looking forward to just an amazing Palm Sunday. I think you're going to love the service this week. We hope you'll share that with your friends and family members, neighbors, coworkers, all of our ones.
Yep.
We really celebrate the coming of a king into our world, into our homes.
Yeah, and maybe today we could say Hosanna.
Hosanna.
To each other a little bit more, just as we're like kind of around the house and just like, Hosanna!
Hosanna.
Yeah.
You know what it means?
To rescue, to save?
To rescue, to save. And then it took on like a worshipful exclamation, like, Hosanna, save, like you're the one.
You're the one.
And it's true. Jesus he's the one that has the power and authority to save.
That's right.
Hey, so we got an update on Trivial Pursuit.
That's right. Yep.
We had 2 people playing along who I think did very well. Got 4 or 5, right? Melinda Lott and Rob Walker.
Yeah, Melinda Lott and Rob Walker, great job.
Way to go, guys.
Yep.
And then it's a little contested, but I think we're going to give it to him.
Absolutely.
Bill Mitchell says he got all 6 right. However, I was told that he did not enter an answer into the first question, which is, what was Cape Canaveral formerly called?
Right.
That is a geography question. I've played a lot of Trivial Pursuit with Bill Mitchell, and his integrity's high.
Yeah.
I believe that he knew that answer. Okay. I've been updated. He put it in there, so I'm glad I didn't question his integrity.
Right, and again...
I'd like to issue another apology, first and foremost.
That each point is first and foremost to my family, and then first and foremost to Bill.
To Bill Mitchell. First and foremost to the makers of Trivial Pursuit.
So Bill, you get a signed copy of the Dark Sith Lord Mark Hayward of the Union Leader. So this is...
Congratulations, Bill, our grand prize winner.
Yes.
Way to go.
Very good. All right, very good. You know, Bill does have an extensive knowledge of NASA-type history, correct?
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, well, vast knowledge of all kinds.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Hey, Drew, we do this crisp high five. Drew's crisp high five. Your last name's Crisp.
That's right.
You love to give crisp high fives. So I'd like for you to give us your top 5 childhood toys.
Top 5 childhood toys.
Top 5 childhood toys.
There is a... I always have something to say before I get to it.
Sure.
There is a show on the Flicks net.
The
Netflix.
Flicks, yeah.
The Toys That Made Us. Have you seen any of those? Okay. So fascinating because it gives kind of the history of the toys that made us. Now, I grew up, and I'll probably bring, this will be a show and tell at some point, I grew up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
I really enjoyed the narrative of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Come to find out, Dover, New Hampshire, is where that story was birthed.
Get out of town.
No. Very close to us. That is where it all started with, I'm going to get their names wrong, Kevin Eastman, Peter Layard.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
But 2 guys that just basically created the Turtles. So I would say the original, like, action figures would be mine. So, like...
Donatello,
Raphael. There's been a lot of variations, but at one point they had just, like, very simple plastic. Okay. And so I would go with those would be one.
That's number 1.
Stretch Armstrong, I think was genius because you could see if you could go a whole block with that bad boy. One end to the other end, and they pull it as...
I kid you not, last summer, the whole summer in my Scout, my 67 International Scout, Stretch Armstrong rode in the Scout all summer.
Yes.
He would sit on the steering wheel.
Yes.
Yeah, I like me some Stretch. That's
Okay.
2.
I really am gonna go with Simon.
Like,
The beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep, boop. Because I remember playing that a lot with my sisters growing up, and I remember trying to distract them. This was the game.
They played.
You play, and then you'd be like, whoa, 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 look. Mr. Kraft is out there, he's painting something. And they'd look, what? And then, you missed it. And so that was good. Simon. And then very similar to Simon is Bop It.
Bop It.
Bop It.
Yeah.
Twist it. Bop it. Rit. I like things that are like interactive like that, you know.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. And then, let's see. I feel like I'm gonna, do.
Number 5 is your last one.
I know it. Silly Putty.
Ow.
Silly Putty, where it comes in a little red egg.
Yeah.
And then you can just do all kinds of stuff with them. And
Did you know you could take the Silly Putty, put it on top of the Family Circus, smash it down,
That's right.
pull it off, and the
guess
Family
what?
Circus is on your Silly Putty.
And guess what? It still doesn't make sense. It still
Maybe it
makes
does.
no sense.
No, it's like a decoder.
a decoder.
Silly Putty is the decoder for the
Yeah.
Family Circus. You put it on there, you smash it down,
Yeah.
pull it off, and you go, oh, you're a genius.
Well, I think what it would tell me every time is you grew up in a dysfunctional family. That's why you don't understand the. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Okay, we'll set an appointment.
Just play him, Mom. Mom, come on, Mom. All right. But so that would be my 5.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I know I missed a ton.
I know. We'd love to know what your favorite toys are,
man.
but our time's up.
Our time's up.
Yeah, so hey, make this a great day, and this is the day, so turn it up.
Turn it up.
Turn it up.